barbershop. And where that barbershop was between like Graham and Othello, if you will. Okay. And a lot of those businesses are gone because of the light rail construction.
Inner city life, inner city pressure, the concrete world has started to get you. The city is alive, the city is expanding. Living in the city can be demanding. You've pawned everything, everything you own. Your toothbrush jar and a camera phone. You don't know where you're going, you cross the street. You don't know why you did, you walk back across the street. Standing in the sitting room, totally skint, and your favourite jersey is covered in lint. You want to sit down, but you've sold your chair, so you just stand there. You just stand there. You just stand there. Inner city pressure.
Do you think that private side has led to more innovative or neater projects, maybe a higher quality or better methodology?
Oh, definitely, yeah, I think so. That's a challenge too, and you go down to Portland and other places where around their light rail lines they were able to do fantastically creative financing around their light rail stations, and it's tougher here because you can't help private development. Or, I mean, you can't even help a private government will never have enough money to do it all, and the private sector, right, either. So, you know, I think we're into the hybrid forever. Yeah. And just being here, we're asking them to do risky things because the private sector wouldn't do things in this community because there's no profit to it. We aren't in it for the profit, that's for darn sure. The cash flow, it'll be a couple more years before there's any cash flow off of these. And the debt is real, and you pay it every month. You know, it's like a huge mortgage.
One of the first things that they started hacking off was services to the elderly and to the low income, and they've considered to hack away at it. There's a lot of services that have been closed and shut down.
Oh, really?
We've been running backwards, really. I love the area. I live in Cortland Place right here. It's for elderly and disabled people.
Do you like it? We were just learning about it.
I love it.
Oh, cool.
I love
okay.
it. It's just great. People are wonderful here. I moved in and they were all cheery and
oh, awesome.
they say hello and talk to you.
Oh, good. So it's like a community.
Uh-huh.
And then I think there's like
What I like most about Rainier Valley would be, well, it's a great community as far as people go. Very, very nice people.
Where do you hang out? Do you hang out like here?
I normally hang out around here at the library, but sometimes I'll go down one of the sides of Beacon Hill and see about doing something.
Cool. Are you a student or? Are you...
To survive the construction period, it was an extended process, and due to the hard work of this organization, a lot of those businesses were able to survive. Other ways that we influence real estate development, and one of the ideas that we talked about the other day is really around matchmaking, both influencing new development and trying to support private developers in their efforts to redevelop in the areas. One of the priority goals is to ensure that the ethnic diversity of the neighborhoods
in the city really view the community that's down in southeastern Rainier Valley as a huge asset. We see it as a huge, what we really would like to do is bring this community, the people who live and work and own businesses in this community together, to have a conversation about what it would take for them to feel like this was a great community here.
And how we really came together this year and said, it's really easy to have a lot of activity, and so what? How are we going to measure at the end of the day our success? What does your vision of success look like for the CDF? And he said the number of businesses that are here now are still here 10 years from now. So the loan fund was created. We provided a little over $15 million in grant funds to businesses to be able to stay here and weather construction. So 74% of the businesses when the program was over are still here. 82% are still in business. In the meantime, the world around us was changing, and you come up for air and you're like, oh crap. Now, what are we going to do? How are we going to be nimble? We have this plan, but is it necessarily what's needed right now to really stimulate jobs in this economy? And while we want to create jobs, is the plan and the programs that we created going to be the best way to get there? And the answer to you all is we don't know yet. I mean, that we
We're clearly going into a slump area, and to me, it just means that the opportunities are different than they were maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but they're still there. And I think that we're going to see over the next 12 to 18 months that we can still continue to put our capital into the community to impact projects that will come down the road 3 and 4 years from now. So that's the
When I think of
challenge.
Rainier Valley, I think of a small town, you know, and being able to kind of walk around and shake hands and pat backs, but at the same time inform people about this wonderful resource that is the Community Development
It wasn't
Fund.
the rents, it's because of the millions of dollars of infrastructure going down the middle of Martin Luther King, the property taxes of all the businesses have been impacted, and so it has the effect of increasing their occupancy costs. So one of the things that we looked at is one way to retain businesses, that you can control rents. Is there a way then we can maintain a base of people that have been here? And so the conversation is, how do we do that? It's tough. I mean, this is Seattle, and people like to do their own thing, and sometimes if you're not doing their thing, they want to do their other thing. And when you only have $4 million a year, a total fund of $24 million, and an $88 million project is being built, how do you have any power in that project? How do you have any influence when if you could put money into it, it would be such a small sliver, and then you've got all these requirements. So the goal was...
You know, from my point of view, when I come back to this, it's got to work financially. And that we're
It all comes from the artist, the exhibits come from the artist, the ideas come from the artist. So it's pretty unique in that we were sort of a magnet to draw other businesses into this area, and I think because of our success, other retailers have realized that, oh, we can go out there. It's not downtown, but we get so much support from the local community, and we do manage to draw people from downtown and other parts of Seattle, West Seattle, the east side. So I think it's sort of our proven success has been a help to other places in the neighborhood to bring in income.
Zero to say for us. A lot of times we know there's the big ramp to get the grocery store back there.
Oh, I'm newly calibrated, all shiny and clean. I'm your recent adaptation, time to redefine me. Let the word out, I've got to get out. Oh, I'm feeling better now. Break the news out, I've got to get out. Oh, I'm feeling better now. Oh, I'm happy as Christmas, all wrapped to be seen. I'm your recent acquisition, time to celebrate me. Let the word out, I've got to get out. Oh, I'm feeling better now. Break the news out, I've got to get out. Oh, I'm feeling better. The world's done shaking, the world's done shaking, the world's done shaking me down. The world's done shaking, the world's done shaking, the world's done shaking me down.
Welcome.